Hi, my name is Joanna Spina, and the article I read and choose to discuss in this video is called Teaching for Justice, Introducing Translanguaging in an Undergraduate TESOL course. It was written by Elizabeth Robinson. The test discusses and analyzes how introducing translanguaging as a way to affirm language and culture impact students' understandings of learning and teaching. So, the researchment was placed in a university in northern of the United States. The course that was originally designed as a sheltered English immersion essay became a collaborative, qualitative approach of the thematic. It did analyze in macro and micro level and provided a unique and personalized experience. Translanguaging helps to shift assumptions students previously had and develop critical sociocultural understanding of the language. That it is an essential in teaching for justice. In the midst of racially encompassed tense political climate, oppressive power structures fail to recognize identities. We as teachers need to recognize how language could be oppressive to our students. We have to take into account that right now in America, half of the classrooms are immigrant kids that English is not their mother tongue, and that we cannot use a model that is English only, because using the language and the linguistic knowledge they already know give us a great opportunity to learn about culture and justice. We also need to change terms of ethnic and racial diversity to be ethnic and racial diverse. We also need to use a culturally sustainable English instruction model. We have to take into account, as I said, that say have an English only policy rather than including linguistic diversity of learners. This means that the erasement of non-English language, which is not realistic in a classroom with half kids know Spanish or French or something like that. So, translanguaging, as the definition, refers to the dynamic of strategically and creatively selecting linguistic features from a complex linguistic repertoire to make a meaning. It also values a student's linguistic knowledge, opens up inclusive spaces for the development of multilingualism, and is a tool for teaching justice because it holds the potential to challenge the dominance of English. We need to understand that English as a language and the American culture, is based and ruled by a white supremacy. So in order to be awake and to teach for justice, we need to be aware that our kids come from different backgrounds, from a different culture, and all of that could teach you something, that we could learn about how the world works, and that like why culture, and English is not the only way. I think that personally it did. I find the article pretty much related to my last video. There was about how schools teach English, or think that Latinos, because of their race, do not have academic language. So I think it's really important to see that racial issues, xenophobia is really present even in the students' context and educational field. So I think this really helped me to understand how really the things students have to face even when learning English, how we have a wide-based model and framework. So that would be it. I think one of the questions I have for the author is if they will use the dual learning or the L1 and L2 in classrooms to achieve a culturally sustainable English instruction model, of if he finds another way, if only L1 and L2 could be considered a sustainable model. That will be it. Thank you so much for watching.